I am here to stand up for myself because I actually want to stop calling these things crash outs. I am here to stand up for myself because one thing about you guys, I'm starting to realize that
apparently Mmaneo_V and Sinegugu are no longer friends, and those who seem to know these people all too well are saying that their friendship started becoming shaky once they allowed Khomotso into their friendship. I must admit I've not been consuming their content for some time now, but when I first saw Sinegugu, it was on Mmaneo's channel when she was starting out. I remember very well. Mmaneo used to feature her a lot on her channel. And apparently Sinegugu is the one that brought the bitter ending of their relationship to social media. She did a video on her channel, and even though she wasn't mentioning names, people in her comment section were saying it is Mmaneo she was talking about, and she liked those comments. However, her liking the comments doesn't necessarily mean it was her saying yes, it is Mmaneo. I can't really say her liking them was her saying yes, it is Mmaneo. Because when it comes to liking comments, I do the same thing on this channel. I like each and everyone's comments on this channel, even when I do not agree with what you said. As long as there are no insults in your comments, I like them, even when I don't agree, because that is me appreciating you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and consume my content and then take time again to interact in the comment section. Sometimes it doesn't mean I agree with what you said. It just means I appreciate you. So I can't really say her liking the comments that were saying the person she's talking about is Mmaneo. It was her confirming that it is actually Mmaneo she was talking about based on that. Now Mmaneo is having a crash out, reacting to all this mess. And this is what she first said in the early hours of this morning.
unfortunately, this person who has self-appointed themselves as a whistleblower of my apparent character is not aware that she's falling into a trap, or let's say a cult of a leader who is a master manipulator, and she is now made herself a pawn in a game of chess. I don't even think a game of chess, because since I know this game, this is checkers. Ke morabaraba jwale o ikentse le kanapi la khotho papading ya morabaraba. And unfortunately, this is annoying me because the more I realize is that now if you have a problem with me, why are you involving my family and my husband? You have decided to make your husband an internet bobai, and now you want to include mine. Guys, ke boregile. But I feel like if I keep quiet, I'm going to get an autoimmune disease, and I don't want that for me. And in regards to me being apparently jealous of social media growth and numbers, I need you guys to realize that not everyone is on the internet for the same reasons, and I have my reasons. And trust me, the number of followers or reach that I have is more than enough for me being on social media, and the substance and the meat of why I'm on social media doesn't need a million people. I also need you guys to realize that I have maintained a friendship with one of the biggest influencers in SA, which I met before she even got 1,000 followers. And I've maintained a healthy friendship for more than 10 years. So in regards to jealousy, guys, and in terms of jealousy in life and in marriage, I also think that we are taking this game of Monopoly that we're playing on social media a little bit too serious. I'm saying this in a very humble way. I have access to things and people who are in positions that I aspire to be or would love to be on a daily basis. And those are the people that I would be jealous of, if that makes sense. Not that, guys. Also, my father worked so hard, guys. Like, my father tried, yes. My father tried for me to never experience or have, like, a bone of jealousy in my body towards something that someone has. Like, I'm not jealous. I would never be jealous of anything, honestly speaking, because I'm content in my life. I think maybe mean, I can appear mean because I have a very abrasive personality, but I'm not jealous, guys. Guys, I can't sleep. But I just wanted to clarify something. I decided to distance myself from this person a few months ago, if not 2 years ago. Gracefully so, guys. In a very positive way. Like, I decided to gracefully eject myself from the situation. So, guys, in a very positive way. Like, I decided to gracefully eject myself from the situation, mainly because of a lot of things, actually, and warnings from my loved ones, including the same person that warned her about me. How the jokes write themselves. But I think the nail on the coffin was a situation that happened where I was very vocal for that particular person to take accountability and see how they played in the situation. And I also looked at the situation. I was like, one day this is gonna be me, and Gitloba victim, and going. I am the victim today. But more than anything, guys, it was all peace and happiness until the big manipulator came into the story. But achiloska gibuphilo. Guys, and everyone with the sane mind and clear eyes can see that umkando, guys, like, this is umkando. Guys, I'm really not trying to be mean, and please don't record bits and pieces of this crash out and go misinterpret it on other social platforms. No way am I trying to be catty. I think I'm reacting to someone who pricked me, and over and above that, I really tried to be classy, guys. I really tried. I really tried. I can't. I'm so sorry to the people who said I must choose the highway and be the bigger person. Guys, I promise, I just want to ask one last thing. Why do you have to feel like you're better than someone for you to be content with your life if you're really content with your life? Even though those are feelings and not facts, why do you have to say, oh, I thought you were better than me, but I know I'm better than you, and that's the only time you're going to be content with your life? What does that mean? Does that not mean that you are competing and comparing silently? Ding, ding, ding. Guys, I think also we need to, I know there's a lot of people who have messaged me and have seen this, but I need some of us who cannot see this. And I don't want anyone to side with me, guys. I really don't want anyone to side with me, but I just want you guys to remove the glasses and see things for what they are and applying our minds a little bit.
And she made sure to note that while we're busy recording what she's saying, we must record everything so that nothing gets lost in translation. And this is what she said just now.
Guys, I just came back from my lash appointment since morning, and I am here to stand up for myself because I actually want to stop calling these things crash outs. I am here to stand up for myself because one thing about you guys, I'm starting to realize that, and by the time the Abanda was Mmaneo and you guys call them mean girls. Guys, I just came back from my lash appointment since morning, and I am here to stand up for myself because I actually want to stop calling these things crash outs. I am here to stand up for myself because one thing about you guys, I'm starting to realize that, and by the time the Abanda was Mmaneo and you guys call them mean girls. I sat for weeks on end watching people drag my name, disrespect me, lie about my name, disrespect my family and my husband, and body shame me and bully me. And I kept quiet. But unfortunately, guys, I am a person, and one thing about me, I'm not gonna die because I want to be perceived as like not a mean girl on social media. First and foremost, guys, I did not gossip about anyone, and I think I should have said this from the word go. I did not gossip about anyone. I had a relationship with someone that I held to a regard of my sibling, my sister, not knowing, but lomtu manipulative, they are toxic, and also sis-ngovana, number one. And I had built that relationship loving that person, and I did everything and anything for that person, not knowing ba sis-ngovana is manipulative, right? This is the same person who was every day in my ear telling me, "Ba, you need to stop being friends with that certain girl. She wants your life. She's this, she's that." She would consistently send me drama that was going on about this girl, and she'd be like, "Don't be friends with this girl. She's not good for your. She's not good for your brand. She's not good. And she wants your life. Number one." So when I got into a situation where I wasn't happy with the person who is in question, who's always allowing people to be cyberbullied by her fan base, I went to my sister to go and confide in her and vent to her and say, "You know what? You are right, girl. This person is like this and is like this and is like this and is like this, and I should have listened to you." But soon after that, I realized, lo mntu uyi-manipulator, and this person thrives in toxicity, and I cut them off naye. And when I did that, she was not satisfied with the fact that I let her go and I continue with my life. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna turn the tables and play the same girl, the same game to that other person." Now that the manipulation has worked on the damsel, she's in distress and she goes onto the internet and opens up a platform for her fan base to bully me, body shame me, and disrespect my husband. And I can't speak for myself because why? This is a mean girl. Guys, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to let someone drag me unnecessarily so, and I'm going to keep quiet because I'm scared to be perceived as a mean girl. That's not going to happen. This particular person didn't have anything on me or my principles as a person. And what did they do? They ran and inserted what? My husband, because they know people are curious about my husband. You know what, actually... And the other thing that's pissing me off is umtu who takes the truth and manipulates it to suit a narrative. First of all, this thing of my husband being in the streets and my husband being this and my husband being that and he's what. I was consoling this particular person about the situation that they were going through, and I was letting them aware about, hey, me and my husband once had an issue where he was coming back late because he was hosting his associates in Cape Town. I live an hour away from Cape Town, and it obviously didn't make sense for him to always host people in Cape Town. And we solved that. I was explaining to him, but we had to talk through it and solve it. Don't worry, is situation okuyo is ondlula. That's what I was saying. I didn't ask someone about, oh, my husband comes late. No. I didn't do that. Second of all, I've never asked for anything from you. For you to be like, oh, and her financial situation. What financial situation that I'm not giving? And what is this financial situation that you guys are speaking about? Because I've never asked anything from any of your guys. Or maybe we are speaking about the financial situation of the fact that I refuse to give the manipulator money, and that's the financial situation that you guys are speaking about. You guys can continue to speak about that as much as you want, but one thing for sure, she'll never even squeeze a cent out of me. She will never see the day where I will give her even a cent. That's one thing for sure. And secondly, guys, please, let's not. I don't want to come onto the internet and speak about things that have nothing to do with the internet. And then you guys are going to turn around and say, do you mean, girl, I'm classist, I'm this, and bugela bantu pants. I didn't bring any of this shit on the internet, guys. I didn't bring any of this shit on the internet. I am hashing out things that were brought about me on. Also, guys, this thing that you guys are running with, the fact that my husband is in the streets and he's cheating, the person who put that out does not believe it themselves. They don't. They actually don't, guys. But to clarify everything, my husband is playing games, and he has picked up a a hobby or a career in farming. And unfortunately, the land that he's farming is in the Eastern Cape, and that's why it seems like he is absent. But you know what? He can't do that. He doesn't have to go as hard. He has the leisure to do that, and it's what it is. But I'm happy. Actually, guys, you know what? You guys can go on with the bad press. I'm 100% happy. That makes him funny, and I love that. But like sometimes nibafuna be wrong. So yeah, continue with the bad press. I know myself, guys. I know myself. I know my life. On Saturday, I decided to unfollow this particular person and block them. Because tell me why. If I'm a witch and I'm a muttering spirit, how is it that the minute you go into the event, that we were invited at, and I was working at a particular store. What is the coincidence that when you go straight, the first place that you go to is the stand that I'm working at? Like, why would you want to be around the person who doesn't wish you well and is jealous of you? Personally, there were hundreds of stalls there. I would avoid this person by all means. I would generally avoid this person by all means. Or maybe we don't do the things the same way, but happy it's like main character syndrome. But yeah. Anyway, Masivali, until someone pricks me again, that's the thing. I'll see you guys.
And fam, I don't know. Do you think that relationships started becoming shaky, like people are saying, ever since they allowed Khomotso into their relationship? And I must say, the ending of friendships is the thing that scares me away from having friends, because I'm like, dang, I really do not have the capacity to deal with detaching myself from the friendship that has died, and also whatever that comes out after he dies. Because sometimes, since as people we are different, once the relationship ends, some people take everything that you told them in confidence to the streets. What are your thoughts on this, fam? Do share in the comment section. Also remember to subscribe, like, share. Until next time, bye, and thank you for watching.